You know, the onion is a sort of like the truth itself, right? The media gives us the paper version. You know, the story you get in the newspaper. You have two choices, left or right. And so it's all bullshit, right? But it's not offensive, right? It's a cover story, but it's not really offensive. But you start cutting into the layers. You cut below the paper version. You cut below the surface, and you get into the meat of the truth of what's really going on, and you'll find that there's layer after layer after layer after layer until you get right down to the infinitesimal. There's nothing. There's no more layers, but it's just an infinite series. And so, well, it represents an infinite series. And so, because every event, right, whether it's a fly shits on a light bulb, doesn't matter. Every event has an infinite series of causes and effects behind it. And so, so these poor brainiacs of science, right, these modern druids of sciences, they have learned that science can explain some of the final one, two, or three layers of cause and effect, and they think that, and Jehovah is never in the equation. Well, the fathers of science knew that. The fathers of science knew that there was an infinite series of cause and effect, and they were investigating the final few layers of cause and effect. And they understood perfectly well that Jehovah was in the layers that we could never get to. I think I explained that once with the relationship between lightning and cosmic radiation from Canis Majoris. But anyways, yeah, when I figured that out in Grand Prairie, an onion rolled off the shelf. And yeah, and so the onion, God invented the onion. Jehovah invented the onion. Shang-Di invented the onion as a symbol of the truth. And I'm the kind of guy that I don't just look at the paper version, you know, the surface version. I cut in. I get busy. I get a knife and I cut into it. And that's when the tears come and the egregious and stench comes, right? But you mix the truth with some dead meat, fried meat, and it suddenly loses its stench and tastes pretty good. All right, that's the sermon for the day. Class dismissed.